Catholic Voices. Austen, a very good evening to you on a very chilly evening as well. We're looking at these pictures of the chimney. Black smoke against a black background. It's not very clear, is it?
No, it isn't going to be that clear, and actually when it's white, I'm not sure how clear it'll be. It wasn't in 2005.
We'll listen to the crowd, won't we?
I was going to say, I think it's the crowd that gives the indication, and of course, when that moment comes, and we don't expect it to be today, we certainly expect it to be either tomorrow morning, but you will hear also bells ring, and that'll be the main indication.
We know from the schedule, and I know we've left the schedule a little bit today in terms of timings, but 2 minutes from now they were meant to be saying Vespers, evening prayers. That was to be the cut-off point, so maybe they haven't voted.
No, I think they have voted, but of course they might have taken longer. This is the first time, remember, that many of these cardinals will have been through the process, so you'd expect the first ballot to take longer than subsequent ones. I think they'll speed up as they get used to it in the course of the week.
Because this is an important one, the first one. We're not expecting anybody to get the magic 77 votes, two-thirds majority, but people will be flushed out. We'll get a sense of whether all the names that have been conjured within the media actually add up to a hill of beans. We'll get a sense of who the front runners are. They will.
The Cardinals have had a week of intense discussions and another weekend. They've had about 10 days to think through the issues, think about who among them, and this first vote, the first ballot tonight, will show where the votes lie within the College of Cardinals. Now, there'll be many who just get, one or two votes. We expect something between 6 and a dozen, maybe, Cardinals will take in some serious numbers. Might be, 7, 8, 9. In some cases, you might get 15 or 20. Now, the focus will switch after tonight's vote. The Cardinals will know where they are, and the focus will switch onto how to move those bigger numbers up. And that's where, the negotiation and the discussion which takes place back in the Casa Santa Marta, that's where the real business of the conclave happens. It's a process which has its own dynamic, and in Italian they say, in conclave si fa il papa. In other words, the conclave makes the Pope.
In a previous life, you were Cardinal Cormac Murphy O'Connor's spin doctor, a phrase I'm sure you don't approve of, but you know what I mean. And you were in that job when he was at the conclave, so you really had the box seat in terms of watching how it affects a cardinal and what the role is that he plays. Give us an insight.
Well, I saw him today down at St. Peter's Square, and I said to him, actually, you're probably a bit relieved not to be going through this again. And he said, yeah, actually, it's a major responsibility. I was watching earlier those cardinals taking the oath. I think a lot of them didn't sleep last night. I mean, not just the ones who are being talked about as being possible future popes. They probably definitely didn't sleep. But I think even those who are voting for the first time, it's a very, very solemn undertaking, and they'll feel the weight of responsibility on their shoulders.
Austen, I've got a feeling you could be with us for a few more days yet. We appreciate your expertise. Thanks very much indeed. Austen Ivereigh there. We'll be keeping an eye on that chimney